Hello friends, today's discussion is about perfect squares. So to understand the concept of perfect squares, let us take some squares. Let's start with this figure. Now you can see here we have taken 4 squares. Now we know that a square is a 4-sided figure with all the sides equal. So here we have taken a square whose each side is 1 unit, another one 2 units, 3 units and 4 units. Now as we already know how to find the area of a square. So area of a square is nothing but side into side. So we can see here the area of this square will be 1 into 1, that is 1, and the area of this square 2 into 2, it will be 4, 3 into 3 it will be 9, 4 into 4 it will be 16. So here we can see that this square contains only one square, so it is of 1 square units, and this square has 4 squares inside, so it is of 4 square units. And similarly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so it has 9 squares, so it is having 9 square units. So this is the way we are finding the area of the squares. Now if I write this 1 into 1, so we know that 1 into 1 can be written as 1 squared. So this one we have learned in exponent and powers. So 1 into 1 is written as 1 squared. So I can say this squared as 1 squared. That is, it is a square of 1. That is a square of 1 units. Similarly, 4 can be written as 2 into 2. So this is a square of 2 units. Square of 2 units. So it can be written as now 2 squared. Similarly, 9 is a square whose each side is 3 units. So it can be written as square of 3. So it is a square of 3. So we can say square of 3. So 9 can be written as square of 3. Similarly, 16 can be written as square of 4, because this is a square, you can see here. So this is a square of 4 units. So this is the visualization of a squares. So the numbers like 1, 4, 9 and 16, these are called perfect squares. As you can see here, these are the squares of natural numbers. So 1 squared, that means it is the square of 1, it is the square of 2, square of 3, square of 4. So this is the visualization of a perfect square. So a perfect square can be defined as it is a natural number. Now if it is the square of some natural number, then it will be a perfect square. It should be the square of some natural number. So a perfect square is also called as a square number. So perfect square is also called as square number. So the numbers like 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36 and so on are called as perfect squares or square numbers. As we have already seen, 1 is the square of 1, 4 is the square of 2, 2 2s are 4. Similarly, 9 is the square of 3, 14 is the square of 4, 25 is the square of 5. So 5 squares is 25. So 25 is the area of a square whose each unit is 5. You can think like that also. Similarly, 36 is the square of 6. Now let's see some more perfect squares. So as you have already seen, 16. So 16 can be written as 4 into 4. Then it is called as 4 squared. So 16 is a square number or it is a perfect square. It is the square of 4. So 16 is a perfect square. Similarly, 169. So 169 we can write as 13 into 13, that is 13 squared. So 169 is a square number as it is the square of 13. So 169 is a perfect square. So 169 can be written as 13 squared. So it is the square number comes in a group of a pair. So 13 into 13, 4 into 4, that like this. So it should be in the group of, it should be grouped in a pair. Then only we can write it in a square form. Next, how to find whether a given number is a perfect square or not. So for this we will follow this flow chart. So as you can see here, first we will take the number, then we will prime factorize. After prime factorizing, we will group them in pairs. As we have seen, like 4 can be written as 2 into 2. So 2 into 2 is a paired group. So like this we will find. Now after grouping, if you are finding there is a no factor left, there will be two options. Either no factors will be left out or some factors will be left out. Now if no factors is left out, then it will be a perfect square, and suppose there is some factor left out, then it is not a perfect square. So let's see this by taking two examples. So let us take a number 18. Now we have taken the number 18. Now we will prime factorize. So 18 can be written as 2 into 3 into 3. So this is the prime factorization of 18. 2 3s are 6, 6 3s are 18. By prime factorization method we can do it. So next we have to group them in pairs. Now you have to find here where is a paired group. You can see here 3 into 3, that is a paired group. So what we will do, so we can see here we have grouped them into pairs now. So this is one pair. Now next thing, is there any factor left or not? Yes, we can see that there is a factor left out, that is the number 2. Now 2 is left out. So since a factor is there, so it is not a perfect square. So 18 is not a perfect square because we don't find any pair for 2. We cannot group it. So it is not a perfect square. So like this, suppose we take a number 36. Now 36 will prime factorize. So 36 can be written as 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. So it comes like 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 3s are 36. Next thing, group in pairs. So there are 2 2s, so that is one group. Again we have 3 into 3, that is another group. So this is called paired groups. So 3 into 3 is one group, 2 into 2 is another group. So is there any factor left out? You can see here both are paired now. So two groups we have found and nothing is left out. So we don't have any factor. So since there is no factor, so we can say 36 is a perfect square. Now to find out whose square is 36, so for this what you have to do, from each pair we will take out one number. So this is one pair, so it's a pair of 2. So we can take 1 2 here and 3 into 3. So from this group 1 will take out, we have, so we get it now 2 into 3 6. So here we can say that 36 is the square of 6. 36 is the square of 6. So we can write here 36 as 6 squared. So this is the way we can know whether a given number is a perfect square or not. Let's take two numbers and determine whether these two numbers are perfect squares or not. So we will follow the same flow chart. First thing, take a number and prime factorize. So let's prime factorize 2025. So we can, as it is a prime factorization, we will take only prime numbers. So 2025, as it ends with 5, we can divide it by 5. So we get 2 is not divisible, so 20. So 5 4s are 20. 2 is not divisible, 5 zeros are 0, and 5 5s are 25. So we can start like this. So we will get 5 8s are 40, 5 1s are 5. Again 3. Again divisible by 3. And again divisible by 3. So as we have reach a prime number, we can stop it here. So let's write down the prime factorization of 2025. So 2025 can be written as 5 into 5 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. 5 into 5, 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Fine. Now, as we know, after doing the prime factorization, we have to group them in pairs. So we have to find the paired groups. So here we can find the paired groups as this one. 5 into 5, this is one pair. 3 into 3 is another pair. 3 into 3 is another pair. So now we have got the paired groups. So now from these paired groups, you have to see, is there anything left out? Is any factor left out? Now we see that all the factors are covered up and there is nothing left out now. We don't have anything in single. All are in paired. Paired means in twins, like twins it is. So we don't have anything single. So we can say that 2025 is a perfect square. Now 2025 is a perfect square. Now whose square it is? So to find that one, what we can do? So we can say from each group, from each paired group, we will take one number. So 5 into 5 is one group. From there, we will take out 5 multiplied. 3 into 3, that is another group. So we can take out 3. Similarly, another group of 3. So we can take out like this. So what we find now, we have 5 3s are 15, 15 3s are 45. So we can say 2025 is the square of 45. So 2025 can be written as 45 squared. So 2025 is the square of 45. So 2025 is a square number or a perfect square. Now let's see the next number, that is 17,640. So let's prime factorize it. Now as it is an even number, we can start with 2. So 2 8s are 16, remainder 1, 2 8s are 16, 2 2s are 4, 0. Similarly again we can do with 2. Again with 2. Now as the last number is, as it ends with 5, we can start with 5 now. So 5 4s are 20, remainder 2, again 5 4s are 20, there is no remainder, so 5 1s are 5. Then again we can do with, now you can see here 441 is an odd number, so we cannot do with 2, we cannot do with 5. We cannot, let's try with 3 because 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9, so it will be divisible by 3. Now 3 1s are 3, remainder is 1, 3 4s are 12, 147. Now 147 can be divisible by 7. So 7 2s are 14, 7 1s are 7. Again we have 3 7s are 21. So the prime factorization is done. Let's write it. So 17,640 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 3 into 7 into 3 into 7. So this is the prime factorization. After prime factorization, we have to group them in pairs now. So for that one, we can see here. First, here we have 1 2 3 2. So this is one group now. Here we have 7 and 7. We have 3 into 3. So like this we can group it first. So it can be written as like 2 into 2, that is one group. Then 3 into 3, it's another group. Next we have 7 into 7, that is another group. And finally we are left out with 2 and 5. So we can see here we have got 3 paired groups and 2 single numbers now. These are singles. So these are pairs. So we have seen that there should be no factors left out. So if there is any factor left out, we get any single numbers, then it is not a perfect square. So we can say that 17,640 is not a perfect square. As you can see here, this is left out. We don't find any pairs of 2 and 5 here. So these are single numbers. So factors are left out. So it is not a perfect square. Let's take this question. We have to find the smallest number by which 180 must be multiplied so that the product is a perfect square. Now, as per the question, we can understand that this number 180 is not a perfect square. So, to 180, what we should multiply? What should be the smallest number that we should multiply so that their product is a perfect square? So, for that, first we will prime factorize 180. So let's factorize first 180. So 180 is an even number, we can do with 2. Again 90 can we do with 2. 45 we can do with 3 or 5, choice is ours. Again 3 5s are 15. So we'll write down the prime factorization of 180. So 180 can be written as 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. This is the prime factorization of 180. So after that we will group them. Now you can see here 2 into 2, this forms one paired group. 3 into 3, that is another paired group. So we find here that there are only 2 pairs and one number is single. So here we know that to become a perfect square we should get only paired groups. We should not get anything left out. So for this we need a pair. So what to do? So if I multiply here a number 5, suppose we multiply a number 5, now we can get a pair. So our answer is the smallest number that should be multiplied with 180. Now this number is 180. So to multiply, if we will multiply 5 with this 180, then this becomes a perfect square now. So if I multiply 180 by 5, you can see here, because we need a pair, we have single 5 here. To make it a pair we need another 5. So 5 if I multiply, this becomes a perfect square now. So if I multiply 5 with 180, the answer we get is 900. Now 900 is a perfect square. Now how to check it? So as you can see here, so 900 need not to be again prime factors like this. Just as we have seen, we have just multiplied 5 here. So with the same factorization, that is 2 into 2, 3 into 3 and 5 into 5. Now this 5 into 5 is our new pair because we have multiplied with the extra 5. So to know whether it is a perfect square or not, you can see here. So we have got 3 pairs now. So 900 can be the will be the square of. So from this group we'll take out, from this group and from this. So finally we get 30 squared. So from each group we can take out one number. So 2 into 3 into 5 becomes 30. So 900 is the square of 30. So we can check our answer to 30 squared. So 30 squared is actually written as 30 into 30. So we can see here 3 3s are 9, 0 2 zeros are there. So 900. So it is verified that 900 is a perfect square now. So we have to multiply 5 with 180 to get a perfect square. Let's take another question. Here find the smallest number by which 25,200 should be divided so that the result is a perfect square. Now from this question it is clear this is not a perfect square. Some number I have to divide so that the result becomes a perfect square. So for this first we will prime factorize 25,200. So we can start with 5. So 5 5s are 25, 0, 5 4s are 20. So as we continue, 5 10s are 50, 0 and 8. Now 8 is an even number, we can do with 2. 2 5s are 10, 0s are 0, 2 4s are 8. Again with 2, 225, 252. Again with 2, So again we do 2, 2 6 are 12, 2 3 is 6. We can do with 3 because 6 plus 3 is 9. So we can do with 3. So 3 2 is 6, 3 1 is 3. Then 3 7 is 21. So 7 is a prime number. So our prime factorization is completed. So we will just write it in the factor form. That is 25,200 can be written as 5 into 5 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. You can see here this one. Then 3 into 3 into 7. You can find here 5 into 5, 2 into 2, 2 into 2, 2 into 2, 3 into 3, 7. Now here the next step is to find out the paired groups now. So you can see here this is one pair, another pair. So here we have 4 paired groups and 7 is left out. As we've seen that this is not a perfect square now because we are having a single number. We should never get a single number. So if we get a single number, then it is not a perfect square. So we need all paired groups. Now the question here is what we should divide so that the result is a perfect square. Now here to become a perfect square, if we remove this 7, we will get it a perfect square because this is the single one. If we take out the single one, all are paired groups. So here if I divide this total number by 7, then we can see here 7 and 7 will get cancelled. That means if we cancel out 7, this is the perfect squared number now. So the smallest number that should be divided is 7. So we can write it like this. So if I divide 25,200 by 7, that the result what we get will be a perfect square. Because you can see here when I divide by 7, this 7 and 7 gets cancelled, we will be left out with these 4 pairs. So it will be like 5 into 5, 2 into 2, 2 into 2 and 3 into 3. These will be the left out pairs when we take out 7. Now to know whose square is this one, whether the number what we get is a perfect square or not, how to know. So we can see here from 5 into 5 we will take out one 5, from this we will take out a 2, from this we will take out a 2 and from this we will take out a 3. So what we get here, 5 2s are 10, 10 2s are 20, 23 is 60. So whatever the number we get here, it is a square of 60. So 60 square. So it should be a square of 60. Now square of 60 we know it, 60 into 60, that is 6 6 are 36 and 2 zeros. So the required number is 3600. It's the perfect square. So how we get this one? When we divide this by 7. So the smallest number is 7. So if we divide by 7, then we will get a perfect square. So this is the perfect square that we get when we divide 25,200 by 7.